DJ Kid, this a hit.
I'm coming down here, haters pipe down, niggas talking down, someone West got it, soda. Get your mind on your shit, but like a chill. Ace time, bout to go swing wild when we flip. I'm coming down here, haters pipe down, niggas talking down, someone West got it, soda. Get your mind on your shit, but like a chill. Ace time, bout to go swing wild when we flip. Know I'm talking about it's one West in this bitch. Meet you boots and break the shades like nigga, who is this? 144 set apart, make room, we in this bitch. Players get chose, don't get mad, my nigga, check your bitch. Cross the line like a Dennis, boy, I go off in your shit. My tribe, check a hoe, coldest Eskimo, you mind me shit. I'm UPK, so UPK, third coast, represent. So slow line and banging, swinging countless when I bit. Hater block is on, catch me one deep behind 10. Boy, I'm shocking, rocking, bitches knocking, coming down your wind. Haters cocked, blocking, Winnie's chickens, roosting behind the fence. I'm just body rocking, chucking deuce, giving that to my kin. Coming down, haters pipe down, niggas talking down. Someone West got it, soda. Get your mind on your shit, but like a chill. Ace time, bout to go swing wild when we flip. I'm coming down, haters pipe down, niggas talking down. Someone West got it, soda. Get your mind on your shit, but like a chill. Ace time, bout to go swing wild when we flip. A hater is a pig in a pippin trying to dig in. Imagine me covered in field trying to fit in. Nigga, please, a royalty, prodigal son from the streets over here. Real G's, eat a mic, bend the knees, chicken steady bopping when we mopping, blocking like they robbing. If she Bobby, righteous modest, I just might just see what's popping. It's the tank, I know Poppy, boss, hogging when I'm flossing. Brotherhood's a whipping, touch your prince of the power, gon' be a problem. Tribe ties, how we rocking, kingdom coming, ain't no stopping. Coming down like a chair, swinging, no when it's dropping. Black Hispanics, Native Americans, baby boy, how we locking. One West got it, ain't gon' say no more, I'm done. Talking, I'm coming down, haters pipe down, niggas talking down. Someone West got it, soda. Get your mind on your shit, but like a chill. Ace time, bout to go swing wild when we flip. I'm coming down, haters pipe down, niggas talking down. Someone West got it, soda. Get your mind on your shit, but like a chill. Ace time, bout to go swing wild when we flip.
All right. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. All right. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. It started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. It is Monday, the history breakdown class, where we break it down line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. All right, so we back, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We post Passover. You understand? I mean, first and foremost, give a big hand to the Lord's 55th annual Passover. It was an amazing event. Brothers was clean, sisters was gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? It was a sight to be seen. You understand? Like I said yesterday in the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, I mean, it's our family reunion, man. You know, we got to see our brothers and sisters from the UK, from Venezuela, Puerto Rico, from the Caribbean, from Canada, and all over the United States. You understand? And also let's give a round of applause for the brothers who wanted to stand, you know what I'm saying, for Hebrew Academy. You know, that is not a light thing. You understand? That is a very, very huge monumental step. You understand? It is, brother, you know, that's something that you're gonna remember for the rest of your life. I think every brother should go through it. You understand? Because it prepares you mentally for the spiritual warfare that you're going to encounter on a daily. You know what I'm saying? Not only mentally, but physically as well. You understand? But like I said, we back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Feel like it's been months or something like that, you know. But you know, everybody getting back into the rhythm. So we're gonna pick up where we left off. As nephew so eloquently pointed out, we left off in 43. And we was like midway in Genesis 43. We gonna pick up at 15. For those that's just tuning in, it's been a lot going on. You understand? Joseph was traded away from his home, you know what I'm saying, through a bad prank. His brothers wanted to play on him, got sold into slavery, went through a slew of what people would call unfortunate situations, but like scriptures say, what men meant for evil, the Lord will turn out for good. You understand? And Joseph was a slave, then he went to prison, you understand? And then he got rose to the highest office in the land under Pharaoh. You understand? Like, you know, he was Pharaoh when Pharaoh wasn't there. You understand? So, you know, he was given a charge to watch over all the nations that were under the nation of Egypt and to create a storehouse, because a big famine was coming. That famine was gonna be like no other famine that they had ever experienced. It was gonna be for 7 years. So people from all over the world, the known world, was gonna be coming from far and wide to get grain, corn, beans, rice, whatever to survive. They was willing to trade whatever for it, so they did not die. So in this misadventure, of course, Israel sends let's see, Joseph was there. He sent 10 of his sons to go inquire and buy corn. You understand? So they can eat, so they livestock can eat, so the servants in the house can eat, so that they wouldn't die. When they went, Joseph saw his brother that he ain't seen since he was 17. This man, 30 years old. You understand? And he had mixed feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we like to call, you know, he was put in the trick bag. You understand? Because here he had finally thought he had ridded himself of the thoughts and emotions that came from his family, because he felt abandoned, right? His brothers pull up on him. You know, he wanted to have a little fun at their expense. You know what I'm saying? He threw him in jail for 3 days. And you know, they lost their mind. You know, Joseph been in jail since he was 17. He been in hell since he was 17. They couldn't even deal with it for 3 days. They thought that they was gonna die. You understand? So, you know, Joseph lets them out, you know, and basically tells them, you know, I'm gonna let y'all go, but I'm gonna hold one of y'all brothers here to prove that y'all are not spies. Because what Joseph wanted, he wanted them to bring his little brother to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he hadn't seen his little brother, nor had he seen his father. You know what I'm saying? So this is where we are in the story. They get back, they realize that the money that they used to buy the corn, it was in their sacks. You know what I'm saying? So Judah basically told his old man everything that happened, and we can't go back down here without bringing little bro, because otherwise, you know, we all gonna be locked up. You know what I'm saying? So he sent them down there with double the amount that was taken, plus the double the amount what they paid for. You know, because you got to make amends. Because I mean, essentially that's stealing. Or at least in their mind, they thought they would be accused of stealing. But this is Joseph having fun at his brother's expense. You know what I'm saying? You know, what goes around comes around. I'm gonna have a little fun with you too. You feel me? So that's where we are. We're gonna pick up at 43 and 15.
This is Genesis.
Matter of fact, I got about Sapar. In the cup holder in my vehicle, there's a bottle of water right there. You bring that to me out? Take the water. Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 43, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And the men took that present, and they took double money in their hand,
Mm-hmm.
and Benjamin, and rose up and went down to Egypt and stood before Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 16. And when Joseph saw Benjamin with them, he said to the ruler of his house, bring these men home and slay and make ready, for these men shall dine with me at noon.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17. And the man did as Joseph bade. And the man brought the men into Joseph's house.
What verse you at?
Verse 18.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 18. And the men were afraid because they were brought into Joseph's house. And they said, because of the money that was returned in our sacks at the first time are we brought in, that he may seek occasion against us
Mm-hmm.
and fall upon us and take us for bondmen and our asses.
Now, okay, so they were feeling this way, of course, because they found the sack of of money, you know what I'm saying, that was found in there. But what is the core reason that they're having all of these thoughts? Does anybody remember? Let's see. It was in the. Go ahead.
It was guilt for what they did to Joseph.
It was what?
Guilt.
It was what?
Guilt.
All right, so that's essentially. I think it's in the previous chapter. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Go to the previous chapter. Go to verse 21 and read what it said. 42 and 21.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And they said one to another, we are verily guilty concerning our brother, in that we saw the anguish of his soul when he besought us, and we would not hear. Therefore is this distress come upon us.
You understand? So that distress that they thought that they got rid of, out of sight, out of mind, is back at the forefront of their mind. You understand? The way that they should have been tarrying to their father to hatch out the situation to find their brother is the spirit of what they're going through now. You understand? This is what happens when you commit a sin and you try and lie to cover it up. The greatest thing that you could do if you fall short is to confess it. You understand? Like, if you mess up, like, the best thing that you could possibly do is get it out of the way and tell the truth. Because when you try and sweep it under the rug, it's just gonna get worse. And in this case, let's see, Joseph. How old is Joseph? He 30. What? He just said he was 30. Or he said he was like 31 to 33. He was 30. So let's see. Let's do the math on that. So that's 13 years, right? That they let the bucket get kicked down the road and let the situation snowball. You understand? Now, if I don't know about y'all, but me, I like to take my butt whippings head on. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever gonna happen, let's go ahead and deal with it and get it out the way so my conscience can be clear. Whatever debt that need to be paid, let's go ahead and get this restitution thing going. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be in the back of my mind thinking, okay, was I right? Was I wrong? And then down the line, you end up trying to convince yourself that what you did wasn't wrong. And then that's going to multiply into a multitude of further sins. You know what I'm saying? And guilt is just going to plague your mind. This is why most wealthy people live in a mindset of fear instead of peace. Right? Because the way that they got the money, 9 times out of 10, wasn't righteous. And let me tell you, to be wealthy in this world, you had to knock off some people out. You had to betray some people. You had to destroy some lives. You had to ruin some families. You know what I'm saying? Like on some Wolf on Wall. Y'all seen the Wolf on Wall Street? Yeah, the Wolf on Wall Street. Basically, they created a firm, and they was doing dollar stocks, and they was taking people's pensions, people's 401ks. You understand? Like ruining their lives. Imagine you didn't work for 30 years and you didn't saved up $500,000, and then somebody comes like, look, man, I can invest that for you. I can turn that 500,000 in the 4 million. You know what I'm saying? And each time you call, he telling you the stocks is looking good, but all they did was they just draining your account. It was the biggest scam and Ponzi scheme. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how that would feel. You understand? This is what we're dealing with right now. Like, if you do right by others, right will be done by you. And this is why they are perplexed the way that they are now. All right? Let's jump back in it. I think you was at 18?
19.
19.
The book of Genesis, chapter 43, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
And they came near to the steward of Joseph's house, and they communed with him at the door of the house. Verse 20. And said, O sir, we came indeed down at the first time to buy food. Verse 21. And it came to pass, when we came to the end, that we opened our sacks, and behold, every man's money was in the mouth of his sack, our money in full weight, and we have brought it again in our hand. Verse 22. And other money have we brought down in our hands to buy food. We cannot tell who put our money in our sacks.
Give me John 8 and 32. Somebody. John 8 and 32. Matter of fact, start at 30.
This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 30. As he spake these words, many believed on him. Verse 31. Then said Jesus to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed. Verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Say that one more time.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
You understand? Now, this is the one of the biggest misquoted scriptures by Christians in the Bible. All right. What do people normally say? The truth shall what?
Set you free.
Set you free. Right? What is the difference between set and make you free? What is the difference? It's a huge difference. Okay, what does make you free mean? Give that brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? All right. So when someone says that you've been set free, right? Like this is the reason why Christians act the way that they act, right? They feel that they are free and at liberty to do whatever they want to do, and it's okay, right? Because Jesus gonna forgive them. You know what I'm saying? But the truth, when the truth makes you free, is because you know how to move in this world. You understand? You are free. You don't have to worry about getting pulled over for riding dirty, because you're not gonna have dope in the car. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about DWIs because you're not getting drunk. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about STDs because you're not laying with whores or whoremongers. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about gout because you ain't eating pork. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about iodine poisoning because you're not eating shrimp, crab, lobster, and whatever else bottom feeders, crawfish. You don't got to worry about that stuff. That also gives you gout. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, because you are not ODing on the slave diet. You understand? The truth makes you free because you know how to operate in this world. And when you know how this world is set up, it's like catch-22s in law. You know what I'm saying? Like a catch-22 in law is like double jeopardy. Like you can't get convicted for the same crime twice. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say they convicted me of murdering Malakia. I served 20 years for it, and I get out of prison, and I find out Malakia is actually still alive, and I kill him. You can't convict me of the same crime twice. I served my time for it. I just need to make sure he was dead. He's supposed to be dead. I served 20 years for it, so he needs to die. You know what I'm saying? That's a catch-22. You feel me? So when you know the truth, like prime example, like you know it's like prime example, it's okay to have more than one wife, right? Now, just because it's lawful, it may not be expedient. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day when you felt bad about having another woman, you know what I'm saying? It was because you didn't know the truth. You know what I'm saying? And now you're freed up from that guilt because you know the truth. So all that, like, man, bro, like I messed up a good thing. No, you didn't mess up a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know you had a good thing and you didn't know how to handle a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, when you was dealing with two sisters, you wasn't being truthful and honest. You was trying to hide one from the other, or one knew about the other and the other one didn't. You know what I'm saying? The truth shall make you free because there's nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? When you hide things, that's when guilt sets in. And when you feel guilty, then you start lying. When you start lying, you start cheating. When you start cheating, you start stealing. When you start stealing, you start killing. It's just how I go. All right. Yeah, good. All right, now, keep on reading Genesis 43. Where you stop at? Okay, go ahead. And Malachi, give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 43, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And other money have we brought down in our hands to buy food. We cannot tell who put our money in our sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. And he said, peace be to you. Fear not. Your God, the God of your father, hath given you treasure in your sacks.
Mm-hmm.
I had your money. And he brought Simeon out unto them.
All right. Now read what I asked for. Give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. Because one thing that you gotta know is to endure hardship in this land, like there's certain things that you have to have in your mind locked in. All right. And the first thing is that we just established is what shall make you free? The truth. Right? Everything is established in truth, in decency and order. All right. You got it, Malachi?
Sir.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book.
It's the second thing I want you to keep in mind. Go ahead. And you're gonna read 13 to 15.
Hold on, sir. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
Say that one more time.
There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
Now, they could have doubled down on what they did to Joseph. You know what I'm saying? When they didn't come back with Simeon, they could have been like, "Hey, Pop, man, we was out there, man. It was some marauders, man, and we all scrambled, you know, because they was raiding. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when we all came back together, we couldn't find Simeon. You know what I'm saying? But look, you know, we was able to salvage the corn, you know, and we found some sacks of money out there, you know, like, so, you know, we lost another brother, but you know, we still got what we needed, right? There's no temptation that is common to man, right? Everybody has the temptation to lie. Everybody has the temptation to drink. Everybody has the temptation to sleep with somebody you don't got no business sleeping with. Everybody done had the temptation to smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? Especially today. I mean, brother, you go outside, it is just in the air. You know what I'm saying? You step out the door, you like, dang, can I get some fresh air before I get some stank on you? I mean, God, dog, bro. I mean, you can't take 2 steps without smelling some reefer, man. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That might be the #1 temptation of the young people, smoking dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, they doing it in the bathrooms. They vaping at lunch. You know what I'm saying? They be in the stands doing PE. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they hot boxing before school. You know what I'm saying? Vaping as they walking through the door. Like, God, dog, like it's but there is no temptation that is common to man. Everybody has to deal. There's nothing that you're going through that's special. You're not special, right? Your condition, I know the condition you're going in, it may feel like hell, but it's not special. You know how many people have been evicted before or faced eviction? You know how many people have faced repossessions? You know how many people has faced their kids being taken from them and put on child support? You know what I'm saying? You know how many people have gone without eating for the day? You know, had to drink water so you can go to sleep on a full stomach. You know what I'm saying? You're not special. Because scripture says there is no temptation that is common to man. Keep reading.
But God is faithful.
God is what?
Faithful.
Keep reading.
Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
You understand? If you are in a jam, you should have in your mind looking for the door. There's a door somewhere in here. Like, you should train your mind, no matter how hard a situation is. It's like the escape room. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if any of y'all ever did like one of those escape room joints. Like, you know, some companies do it. You can do it with your friends and stuff like that, where they'll put you in a room and they'll lock the door and they'll give you like a riddle. You know what I'm saying? And the riddle tells you where the key is hidden in the room. You know what I'm saying? So you locked in there. You know what I'm saying? It's a training exercise, a trust exercise, and it's also an exercise that counselors use for couples that, you know, are having trouble communicating. You know what I'm saying? So, but no matter how bad the situation is, there's a key somewhere to get out of it. You just have to be looking for it. And 9 times out of 10, it's the what, Aaron? What's the first step that we said? The truth. You know what I'm saying? The truth will always make you free. Because the truth is always the most uncomfortable thing to do. How do you think they felt knowing the amount of money they brought down there, you understand, was still in their sacks, and they got to go back down here to buy more corn, and their daddy basically sending them down there with double plus what was in their sacks, and they got to tell this ruler in Egypt, look, man, you know, we brought my little brother, but last time we was here, it was a tobacco. And he be like, well, what tobacco you talking about? The money that we gave you for the corn, it was still in our sacks, and we don't know how it got in there. Now, to somebody that work in a store, what that sound like? Nigga, you stealing. You know what I'm saying? You gave me the money and you asked me to get you a lottery ticket from the back, and when I reach for the back, you grab the money off the counter. That's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? So imagine how they feel. You know what I'm saying? They are guilted. You know what I'm saying? Like you already said, you know, the sin of our lost brother is upon us and we reaping what we sowed. But the only way to unburden that guilt is by what, Aaron? The truth, right? So once you know that the truth will make you free, not set you free, right? Because just because you tell the truth and you walk in the truth, it doesn't mean that you won't experience consequences for being righteous. 9 times out of 10, doing the right thing, you're going to be on the losing end 9 times out of 10 because everybody cheats to get ahead. I mean, hell, we just saw that in boxing with the Devin Haney Ryan Garcia fight. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia coming there 3 pounds overweight. Never planned to make 140. And there was no rehydration clause. So he came in there like 160 when they fought. You can see it. You know, Ryan looked huge in there compared to Devin. You feel me? Like everybody's looking for an edge to get ahead. But when you do it the right way, you always going to be on the losing side. Nobody's going to hang out with you because they feel they can't do dirt with you because they feel that you're going to snitch on them. It's not snitching. You know what I'm saying? It's honor. Like, bro, I'm not going to lie for you, bro. Like, if you messed up, you need to fess up. I'm not going to cop to this weed that you had. I don't even smoke. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna make me hold something that you did because that's keeping it real? No, brother, that's what keeping it real goes wrong. Keeping it real is saying, yo, like, my brother don't even roll like this. You know what I'm saying? He's actually a priest. I didn't let him know that, you know, I was carrying contraband in the car and it's my fault. It's on me. That's the right thing to do. Now, just because you do the righteous thing doesn't mean that there's not consequences for the actions that you did leading up to telling the truth and walking in the truth. That's why when people come into the truth or people are thinking about coming into the truth, I warn them. I tell them, everything that you face walking away from God, you're going to have to face walking towards God to prove yourself worthy. Everything that you embrace, so in this situation, they had to come to grips with what they did to lose their brother Joseph. You understand? So they're already dealing with that guilt. You know what I'm saying? Now they dealing with the guilt of potentially being framed out to be thieves. They already thought of as spies. So now y'all liars and thieves. So once you have a jacket on you, it's hard to get that jacket off. You know what I'm saying? Like they say when you with someone, it takes at least half the time that you've been with someone to at least start to heal from them. You know what I'm saying? So if you've been a dope head for 20 years, brother, just because you've been in the truth for a year, they still look at you as a dope head. You know what I'm saying? That jacket just don't go away. You understand? It takes work. But the thing that you have to know is there is no temptation that is common to man. You understand? And the Lord will make a way for you. You got the 15 yet?
Sir.
Go ahead.
But God is faithful,
Mm-hmm.
who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able,
Mm-hmm.
but will with the temptation also make a way to escape,
Mm-hmm.
that ye may be able to bear it.
That you may be able to what?
Bear it.
You understand? Like, the Lord is not putting you in these situations to break you. He's putting you in these situations to build you. Okay? If you can be faithful and trustworthy in this situation, okay, let's kick it up a notch. Let's see if you can handle this. Okay, if you can handle this, see if you can handle this. Now, what you not realizing as you going through all of these situations is preparing you to teach others. Because how can you counsel someone that's potentially, getting evicted if you've never faced it, or facing a repo if you've never faced it, or somebody getting laid off from a job if you've never faced it, somebody losing a loved one if you never lost a loved one? You know what I'm saying? How can you help someone that's whose wife is leaving them and taking the kids if you've never experienced a wife, or at least a girlfriend or a baby mama leaving you and taking the kids? You have to go through situations to glean wisdom. That's why I know Solomon was a bad mamma jamma. Because when the Lord asked him, what do you want? He asked for wisdom. That's a tall order. Solomon was the wisest man on the face of the earth. And if you read the book of Ecclesiastes, you know why. He said that he sought to find out everything. So he found out what it was like to get drunk. I mean, he found you want to know why Christ, when he came back, he was celibate? Because he was Solomon in the last life. The brother had 700 wives, brother. Brother, you don't got no time to yourself. And you ruling the nation? You don't got no time to yourself. It's 365 days in a year. Even if you were one every day, you still wouldn't be with all of them. It would take you 2 years and a month to satisfy all your wives, and they would never be satisfied, because that one day ain't enough, brother. You understand what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. So first thing, the truth shall make you free. It will not set you free. It will make you free. It will free you. It will make you free of the bondage of guilt, because you're innocent, or you've admitted what you're guilty of. So that stain on your soul, that weight, that burden is gone. I watched the video of this guy. I forgot he was a rapper. I forget his name, but he just finished doing 11 years because he went and turned himself in, because he had shot a dude. And he ain't know if the dude lived or died, but it was weighing heavy on his conscience because he thought he killed him, which he actually did. You know what I'm saying? But he turned himself in. He ended up doing 11 years because the dude actually did die. But he said he was able to stand tall while he was locked up, and he felt free. He felt freer than he had ever felt. He was free out here in the world, in the music industry, winning. But he had found himself downward spiraling, laying with random women, going down a downward spiral with drugs, you know what I'm saying? And to people that's in the world, is like, I mean, I don't see what the problem is. Weed and fine women, what's the problem, brother? What's there to complain about? It sounds like an awesome party to me. But he felt him losing himself, losing his soul. And he said he just couldn't look at himself in the mirror. So he told his grandmother what had happened on that night and asked her, what should he do? She said, you should turn yourself in. And that's what he did. So the truth shall make you free. And one thing, and the second thing you have to understand, there's nothing that you are going through that nobody else has gone through. What you gotta always maintain in your mind, if they were able to get through it, guess what? I can get through it. No matter what the consequences are, good or bad. Because there's a consequence. Matter of fact, somebody look up consequence for me. Consequence gets a bad rap. Somebody look up the definition of consequence. Let's look up that word. What does the word consequence mean? Go ahead. Whosoever.
Consequence, a result or effect of an action or condition.
A what?
A result or effect of an action or condition.
Does that sound like a bad thing?
Not at all.
You know, when people say consequence and repercussion, it gets such a bad rap, don't it? But if you have good actions and good results, you'll get what? Good consequences. You know what I'm saying? So when you walk in truth, you're able to deal with the consequences. When you come into the truth, you are taking accountability and you're saying, I'm ready to take on whatever consequences. If I lose friends because I don't smoke no more, so be it. If I lose family members because I'm not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, and I'm not coming to the 4th of July celebrations and all of that, so be it. If I lose friends and family because the only time I see you is on birthday celebrations and we don't chill any other time, I guess we wasn't friends after all, so be it. If I lose a job because I'm keeping my high holy days and not the feast days, and they're not letting me off for my high holy days, and I tell them I want to work on their unholy days, so be it. If I get retaliated against because I don't want to celebrate employees' birthdays, you know, when they give everybody a break at the warehouse, they done brought cake and ice cream to celebrate Sheila's birthday. You know what I'm saying? And you want to keep unloading trucks while everybody over there eating cake and ice cream. Like, well, look, brother, we got a break. What you doing? They giving us a break. Take a break, brother. What you think? You too good to have cake and ice cream like everybody else, brother? You know what I'm saying? It'll put a target on your back. Something that small. Like I don't celebrate birthdays and I don't like cake or ice cream. I'd rather work. I'm here to work. So what y'all gonna do this for about an hour, right? Okay, I'm gonna work this hour and I'm gonna go clock out. I'm gonna go home. While y'all finishing up the shift. I'm working through this hour that y'all, you know what I'm saying? So it's an even trade. You know what I'm saying? Y'all taking an hour for cake and ice cream. I'm gonna work through the hour and I'm gonna clock out an hour early to go home and slack it. Have some cake and ice cream if you get what I'm saying. So walking in the truth means that you're ready to take on whatever's coming, good or bad. But in that good or bad situation, you know that the Lord is going to make a way out so that you're able to bear it. So whenever you go through anything, you need to be looking for the key, for the door, because it's somewhere here. In every situation, it's somewhere here. You need to be looking for the key. You know what I'm saying? When your partner pull up and like, hey man, we going out tonight, man. Everything on me. You know what I'm saying? But shit, we gonna pull up to my homeboy crib real quick. You know what I'm saying? We gonna parlay over here before we roll out. You pull up, you know what I'm saying? And they pre-gaming. But you roll with him. What you gonna do? Oh, I forgot I got Uber. I got Lyft. Hey man, I'll just meet y'all at the spot. Or, hey man, hey, I'm tired, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got it. I'm a roll to house. Man, I got you, bro. I mean, shoot, we just only gonna be a couple of minutes. Man, y'all do y'all thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a roll. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long week anyway, man. They gonna be like, all right, man, you a buzzkill, bro, man. I holler at you. Yeah, my Uber here, bro. That's the key out the situation. There's always an option, brother. Always. Or you can walk to the bus stop. Buses run till like what, 1 in the morning? You know what I'm saying? It's always an option. Out. You gotta look for it. All right, let's keep reading in Genesis. And Malachi, give me James 1 and 3. And then we're gonna go to chapter 5 in James. But go ahead.
Genesis chapter 43, verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
And the man brought the men into Joseph's house and gave them water, and they washed their feet,
Mm-hmm.
and he gave their asses provender. Verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
And they made ready the present against Joseph came at noon,
Mm-hmm.
for they heard that they should eat bread there. Verse 26. And when Joseph came home, they brought him the present which was in their hand into the house, and bowed themselves to him to the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 27. And he asked them of their welfare, and said, Is your father well, the old man of whom ye spake? Is he yet alive?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 28. And they answered, Thy servant, our father, is in good health. He is yet alive. And they bowed down their heads and made obeisance.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 29. And he lifted up his eyes and saw his brother Benjamin, his mother's son, and said, Is this your younger brother, of whom ye spake unto me? And he said, God be gracious unto thee, my son.
Verse 30.
And Joseph made haste, for his bowels did yearn upon his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he sought where to weep. And he entered into his chamber and wept there.
Give me what I asked for, Malachi. Now, all right, so we know the first thing you need in every situation is what? What's the first thing you need in every situation?
True.
All right. What's the second thing you need to know in every situation? If God puts you in a situation, what?
That you can bear it.
Right, but how can you bear it? What did it say?
Because it's no sin that is not common to man.
Well, okay, that part, but what did it say after that? Malaki, you read it.
It's always a way to escape.
It's always a way to escape. All right. So 1, the truth shall make you free. 2, in every situation, there's always a way to escape it. Even all the way up. Like I tell brothers all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like when brothers be coming to me for counsel about wives that they didn't took on that they can't stand, I was like, well, brother, you had all the way up until the point until you stuck your rod in there. You know what I'm saying? To not do it. You know what I'm saying? You could have got there, you know, and y'all started getting hot and heavy, you know, and all of that, and kissing and rubbing and all of that, burning with passion. You know what I'm saying? You had all the way until the point to where you took the bra off, brother, to escape. You know what I'm saying? There's always a moment in time. All the way up to the point to where you about to commit, like, is sin a thought or an action? An action. But you have to, even in the point leading up to that action, you have to get to the point you got to reel back your thoughts. Because as a man thinketh, so he is. Right? The reason why you ended up getting that wife that you can't stand, because when you met her, you saw you lying with her. And then you saw everything that you imagined that you wanted to do to her in the moment that you met her. You didn't know her, you met her, and you saw everything you wanted to do to her. And at that point in time, you just snowballed. I watched an amazing video on the way over here. Will Smith said he sat down. Well, first off, he said his father taught him how to play chess, right? And the moment that he beat his father stopped playing him. And then he introduced him to the first black grandmaster of chess, right? And he asked the grandmaster, you know, what makes a great chess player? He was like, I'm going to teach you something that no one has ever taught anyone. Most people play the chess game from the pieces set on the board to the end. But a great chess player, as soon as he sits down at the table, he sees how the game ends and he plays backwards. So in every situation that you're in, you saw yourself in that situation. You're manifesting, you know, that's the term. You're manifesting your whole existence. Every bad decision that you've made, you manifested it because you thought it out. You thought that you could get away. Oh, I'm gonna go buy these J's, even though rent's due. I'm gonna make it back, knowing that you gambling. There's no guarantees in gambling. You got the money for what the purpose is for, but you're gambling, saying that I'm gonna get some more money. You don't gamble with your for show. I mean, we got an old saying: you don't mess up your for show for some more. You understand? All right. So we know that the truth shall make you free. Okay, and we know that the Lord will always make a way out for you in every temptation that is common to man. Now, this is the third thing that you have to understand going in every situation that you're going to be put in. Read.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
The what?
The trying of your faith worketh patience.
It worketh what?
Patience.
Worketh what?
Patience.
So you got to have what, brother?
Patience.
You got to have patience, brother. And you know how you get patience? By what? Read the first verse. Read verse 3 again.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
The only way you're going to get patience, brother, you got to go through something. You want to know why old people, you know, when they grandkids come over there and they be running around the house and screaming and all, and it don't bother, you want to know why? Because they got patience. They done raised about 4 kids already. They done seen this part of the movie. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? They know when a kid act up in class, it's not because they bad. It's probably because they hadn't had breakfast this morning. Probably hadn't had nothing to eat. They came to school on an empty stomach. Or the reason why they can't focus in class after lunch is probably because they didn't had too much sugar and they crashing. So instead of punishing them for it, they know other ways to get the results to motivate them because it came through trying of their faith. It's the only way that you're going to get patience. Now, the double-edged sword of patience is this is how faith is created. Because when you have patience by going through trials, the faith is remembering the trials that you've been through. And if the Lord delivered you from them, a new trial comes up, guess what's gonna happen? Blow my mind, as General Muhammad would say.
You'll be delivered out of that situation also.
So why do we sweat every situation? Why? This ain't the first time you done faced eviction. This ain't the first time you've been late on your car payment. This ain't the first time you done lost a job. Brother, I done lost a lot of jobs. You understand? I was a guy boy, I said, he swear I'm a Benjamite as much as I got doggone work. How many jobs I got? You know what I'm saying? This is not going to be your first time taking an L. But what's the lesson? If the Lord delivered me out of this situation, when this situation comes up, it's going to be like Ha Davis. It's a breeze. Because I know there's no temptation that's common to man. So somewhere in this situation, it's a key to a door. So just relax. If you get fired for a job, maybe it's because the Lord think you need a break. Because he got something else that he needs you to do. You know what I'm saying? And you need to relax for a second before he ease you into this position. Keep reading. Read verse 4. Was that all verse 3?
Sir.
All right, verse 4.
It's the book of James chapter 1 verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
But let patience have her perfect work,
Mm-hmm.
that ye may be perfect and entire.
That ye may be what?
Perfect.
So in order to be perfect, you got to have what?
Patience.
In order to be perfect, you got to have patience, because the moment that you become emotionally compromised, you sin. The moment that you get out of character, you sin. So, first thing, truth shall make you free. Second thing, there's no temptation that is common to man. In every situation, the Lord has a key to get you out of the situation. Third thing, you gotta have patience. And the only way that you're going to have that, the only way you're going to gain patience is, as we say in the modern day, you got to see it through, my boy. You got to see it through, my boy. Ain't no way around it. The only way in it is through it, baby. The only way to get to the other side is going through it. It's the only way. You want to know how I became a 5,000? I was a student. Then I was a trooper. Then I became an officer of 50. Then an officer of 500. Then an officer of 1,000. Now I'm 5,000. I would assume that's how Captain Yatazak became Captain Yatazak. I would assume that's how General Kabal Lamath became General Kabal Lamath, or General Shalimar, or General Mayaki Allah. You know what I'm saying? Or General Shalimar, General Kathum Gabar, General Muhammad. Blow my mind, Commanding General Yahanna. But you gotta see it through. All right, give me this other James one. And then we're gonna read we'll stop right here. Give me James 5 and 11. Now, we got the truth will make you free. We got in every temptation that is common to man, that the Lord has a key to deliver you, right? And then the third thing is patience, right? Now let's find out. It's really 5 things that make a steady fish, but let's see. Yeah, we can get to 5. But give me number 4. Oh, Salakia. And before we go to number 4, the reason why I'm bringing up patience is because Joseph been in this situation for 13 years. And how did it say you build patience? By what? By trying of the faith. He was tried when he was kidnapped. He was tried when he was sold in slavery. Then he rose up in Pharaoh's centurion's house. You know what I'm saying? Then he was tried because the dude's wife wanted to sleep with him. He stood on business, which is what we about to get to now. The number 4 thing is standing firm. You understand? And then he got accused of rape and thrown into prison, tested. He gained 2 partners in prison. One of them got knocked off. He told the other one to look out for him. He forgot about him. Tested. These are things that you gonna go through, But number 4 is standing firm. Go ahead, read.
This is the book of James, chapter 5, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, we count them happy which endure.
We count them what?
Happy which endure.
That give up.
Which endure.
You got to see it through, my boy. Read.
Ye have heard of the patience of Job,
Mm-hmm.
and have seen the end of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
that the Lord is very pitiful.
Brother, Job got pushed nigh unto death. That's how far his faith was tested. But he did not fold. And the Lord rewarded him 100-fold. 100-fold. Everything he lost, his family, he got back 100-fold. His livestock, he got back 100-fold. His household, he got back 100-fold. You understand? He got everything back 100-fold. Keep reading.
The Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Keep reading, sir.
Yeah, you gonna read the 16.
Verse 12. But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by the earth, neither by any other oath.
Why is it telling you not to swear?
It's better to not swear an oath and not keep it than.
How can you swear on something that you didn't create? And even if you have a business, say, hey man, I swear on my business. Do you really own your business? I mean, for anyone that's had a business, who really owns your business? Do you know? Just blow my mind. It's a real question. Does the CEO, does he own the business? I mean, on paper it says that he owns the business, but who really owns and runs that business? Does anybody know? What is every company huge on? And it'll tell you who really runs every corporation. Go ahead. No. What is every company huge on? What are they constantly pushing? And it's in every company.
Is it the IRS?
The company ain't pushing the IRS. The company trying to get away from the IRS. What is every company pushing? And it will tell you who runs that company. Go ahead. I'll give you one more guess.
The LGBTQ?
Good night, brother.
I mean,
no. God, dog. That boy swung for the fence. That boy said the alphabet boys. You know what I'm saying? No, every company pushes customer service because the customers run your business. Without the customers, you have no business. You understand? If you have goods and services, if no one purchases them, what good is your good or services? That's why everybody is huge on Google ratings. You know what I'm saying? Because one bad rating, one bad review can take food off your table. Because like people always say, man, I want to be the king. I'm the king. I'm the king. But the king is the hugest servant. Because all the subjects got to do is come together and say, you not the king no more. Let me take that crown, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And you not the king no more. You're only the king because the people allow you. Apple is only Apple because people say, that's Apple. You know what I'm saying? Walmart is only Walmart because people shop at Walmart. They prefer Walmart instead of going to a whole bunch of mom and pops stores to get all the stuff they can get in one spot. You only are what you are because you are allowed to be who you are. Read that verse one more time.
But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by the earth, neither by any other oath, but let your yea be yea,
Mm-hmm.
and your nay be nay,
Mm-hmm.
lest ye fall into condemnation.
Unless you fall into what?
Condemnation.
You understand? Judgment. Right? How you gonna swear? Like, okay, let's say you swear on a house, right? Now, your children and your wife don't got nothing to do with the deal that you making. But he's like, okay, you need 500,000, right? I'm gonna use my house as collateral, right? And then you renege. You say, if you give me this 500,000, I'm gonna turn it into 2.5 million, guaranteed. It's never guaranteed. Anytime you hear somebody use these words, it's guaranteed. Run. It's never guaranteed. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. You know what I'm saying? You don't get something for nothing. It's always a catch. Always. All right? So, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Stand firm on what you say. You don't gotta be like on mom and them. You know what I'm saying? You know, I forgot what the Chicago people say on folks and them. You know what I'm saying? On folks them. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta say all of that. You know, I'll be like on my mama. I swear on my kids. You know what I'm saying? They don't got nothing to do with this. If by you saying you gonna do something or not gonna do something, they don't believe, that should speak to your character. You shouldn't have to go and get something outside of you to put validity on what you gonna do or what you not gonna do. All right, keep reading.
Verse 13. Is any among you afflicted? Let him pray.
Mm-hmm.
Is any merry? Let him sing psalms.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church
Mm.
and let them pray over him,
Mm-hmm.
anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15. And the prayer of faith shall save the sick, and the Lord shall raise him up.
You understand? So the prayer of the faith, the only way you get faith is by standing firm through patience. Because you done been down it, you done been sick before, you done had the flu. You know what I'm saying? You done probably had COVID before. I mean, hell, you don't even hear about COVID no more. It's crazy, right? That's crazy. Like 4 years ago, brother, don't you stand next to me. You know what I'm saying? Where your mask at? Oh no, brother. Oh no. You got your vaccinations? Like, mind you, this is where we were 4 years ago. Like you was looking at everybody side eye, like the cootie boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? Everybody living in fear. You made it through COVID. You know what I'm saying? You made it through 9/11. You know what I'm saying? Like you made it through this for our parents. You made it through the civil rights era. For their parents, you made it through Jim Crow. Like, just think in your mind what it took for you to actually be here. Like the odds it took for you to be you in this moment. for your parents to be who they were, for their parents to be who they were, for them to all coincidentally meet in the circumstances that it had to take for you to be here. That's a miracle. For you to be who you are right now. All the things and situations that had to happen to move in all these directions for you to be in this seat right now, to be who you are, to become a priest. The odds is almost astronomically impossible. So, if the Lord can do all of that, what's the problem? Read verse 16. And I got one more. Aaron, give me 2 Corinthians 12 and 20. You're gonna read it 21. That's gonna be the last verse. We're gonna get up out of here.
Verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Confess your faults one to another.
Do what?
Confess your faults one to another.
That's the way you stand firm, bro. I do it all the time. Like, bro, if I say something, like I'm so strong in warfare in my mind. If I over exaggerate even a little bit in the story, hey, Salaki, brother, that wasn't true. That's a lie. This is what actually happened. I'll be in mid-story. That's a lie. This is what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be like that, bro. You gotta be on point like that. You can't give Satan no room to wiggle. Because what's gonna happen is whoever you told that story to, they're gonna go tell that story to somebody else, or somebody that happened to be there, like, that didn't happen that way. And then they get back to you, hey, bro, you remember when you told me that story? This old dude that you was talking about, he was there. He said you wasn't there. And you could have been like, man, I heard this story from my man that was right there, you know what I'm saying, when the shootout happened. You know what I'm saying? He told me X, Y, and Z happened. Instead of you telling it like you first person shooter. You know what I'm saying? Now you out here looking crazy. And nobody likes that feeling. It's a horrible feeling. When everybody looking at you sideways, like, man, this nigga lying. You know what I'm saying? And you got me out here looking crazy. Nah, man, this my man's, bro. My man did the work. He put in the work. What you and I did that. Who your man's? Bring him up over here. Hey, bro. Remember when you told me? He's saying that was him, and I'm telling him that was you. He lying, right? And he be like, and your man's be like, so he the man, you got me out here looking crazy, bro. Tell each other your faults, man. So that you can be made free. It's okay to tell the truth. What, like they said in front of it, you ain't got to lie to kick it, Craig. You know what I'm saying? I think you cool just the way you are. You don't gotta embellish yourself to kick it with me. Cause if I find out that you fake and phony, I ain't gonna want you nowhere around me. Especially if I know you a liar. My wife say it all the time. I can't stand a liar. Don't nobody want no liar around them. All right, read what you got. We're gonna get up out of here.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
For I fear lest when I come, I shall not find you such as I would, and that I shall be found unto you such as ye would not, lest there be debates, envyings, wraths, strifes, backbitings, whisperings, swellings, tumults, and lest, verse 21, and lest when I come again, my God will humble me among you, and that I shall bewail many which have sinned already.
You understand? The only way that you will endure anything is by fearing the Lord. The only way you endure gossip is by fearing the Lord. If you feel the Lord, you're going to do the first thing is what? Tell the truth. You're going to speak the truth. And by you speaking the truth, you know you're going to have a way out. And by you having a way out and you surviving, guess what you got? Patience. You understand? And because of that, guess what you can do? Stand firm. And all of that is because you fear God. So you have to be able to do these 5 things to survive any situation. And in this situation, Joseph learned that lesson, which is allowing him to provide for his family. And now his brothers are learning this lesson. This is something that you have to constantly say to yourself every day. You got to keep this on the forefront of your mind. This is how you wage war in the small things. If you move like this in the small thing, you don't got to worry about no big stuff. It ain't never gonna come your way because you checking yourself over the small stuff. This is why I don't talk that much, and when I talk, I choose my words very wisely. Or like when someone asks me a question, I ponder before I speak. And then as I'm talking, I'm listening to what I'm saying. And as I'm consciously listening to what I'm saying, I'm checking my words. And if I have any doubt, I'm like, wait, let's look that up. I'm not sure. Hey, look this up for me real quick. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Or I'll say it all the time. Let's pull the scripture. I don't want to philosophize the scripture. Let's go to what it actually says. You have to always be like that. The moment you slip from doing that, you fall. Because I'm telling you, Satan get a foothold. I'm talking about if he able to get his pinky toenail in the dough, it's over. And you know that pinky toe, it really don't got no toenail. You know what I'm saying? It really don't got no toenail. So if you able to get that through the dough, it's over for you. So you gotta constantly fight for your will to survive. All right. So with that, we're gonna say Amajim, which means to stand. Sar, which means to turn. We're gonna face the east. We're gonna do the Lord's Prayer first in Hebrew, then in English. Repeat after me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwat Ka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanlanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalachanawa, Kabawatinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'Allah, Wahata Parat, La'awalamium, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Sar, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, then to the sisters, men of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Maju, Ra, Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah Brakatah, Yadabata, Sar, turn and face the sisters, men of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Maju, Ra, Yahweh Shemar Tha Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Yadabata, dismiss.